What's up, Hambone here, and I got a pretty decent Titanfall gameplay for you from the beta. And I'm going 23-3, and I end up getting 2 more kills in the epilogue, so technically 25-3, even though they don't show up on the scoreboard. But yeah, I'm using the assault rifle from the burn card, so it's a little bit more amped up than the normal one. Ends up killing it about 2 or 3 bullets less than the regular one, which is pretty damn good on this game. At least it felt like it did anyway. And then I do a little bit of work in the Titan in this game, even though this was my first one trying to use the Titan, so I ended up going through like 3 of them. But yeah, this game, I've been having a lot of fun with it, before the beta was closed anyway. And I got a bunch of, I guess you could say, usable games. I got a bunch of games where I went, not exactly 23-3, but I was like 20-3, 19-3, 18-3, 17-2, 19-4, like a bunch of them. And I probably have about 20 to 30 of them actually. Those are just the scores I had off the top of my head that I got, all in all. But I was thinking about just uploading all of them. Maybe just like sped up versions of them or something. But I'm not going to do that just because I think it'd be kind of boring, just because it pretty much would be the same damn thing every match. It'd be this map or the other one with an assault rifle or a submachine gun. That would be it. I might hop into Titan a little bit more in one match than another, but that would be the only difference. So I'm not actually going to post those, but I do have 2 games in particular that I thought were pretty cool that I'm going to post. One is a 15-0 Strider Titan gameplay that I got, which I know XCal did it better. He went 21-0, but XCal is a monster. So yeah. Anyway, I also got a pretty cool comeback game. We ended up holding the other team to within 25 points of winning for about 2 minutes. Then we held them with about 15 points of winning for about another minute, and it was a really cool victory. And I don't know how we pulled it out, considering the fact that we were down 2 teammates the entire game. But that'll be going up not the day after I post the Strider Titanfall gameplay. It'll be the Monday following that. So pretty cool games that I got there. And then also with those other games I got a bunch of good kill streaks in them. I might got like some pretty decent, pretty quick, like 9-8 kill streaks that I think are quick enough for me to post in like a video that I don't want to call a montage, but it's a montage. But I'm just going to call it a display of gaming because I'm not going to edit it or anything. So I'm going to have those going up in a video as well, along with some other cool moments I got and some pretty funny moments I got anyway. But that'll probably go up next week around Wednesday, because I have to look through all my gameplay and get the stuff out that I've recorded. But yeah, that'll be going up, and yeah, should be pretty entertaining. At least I think it will be, and that's why I'm posting it. I'm not posting each of those games individually. Now, in my damn it, I can't think of the word I'm looking for now. In my impressions video, there we go, I said that they should not have bot kills count and attrition. And as soon as I posted the video, a couple hours later, a list was leaked, and if this list is correct, it was a game mode list for Titanfall, and it has TDM as one of the game modes, along with attrition. And I was under the impression that attrition was going to be the TDM mode for Titanfall. And since that is actually not the case now, since TDM is going to be its own game mode, where I assume they will have bot kills not count, and it'll just be pilot kills that count, I'm actually okay with the bot kills counting in attrition now that I know that. If they want to have a game mode where players who maybe aren't as good, don't get to play as much, can feel like they're contributing to the team by getting bot kills, I guess it's fine now, since I know that they actually have a dedicated TDM mode. I wasn't going to be playing attrition anyway, but it's good to know they have a game mode where maybe players who don't play as often or who are new to the game can get some kills and feel like they're contributing to the team. So I actually am going to change my opinion on that and say that I'm actually fine with them having bot kills count in attrition. So that's really all I had to talk about from a couple of opinions that I had to state, and a couple of things I want to talk about for my upcoming gameplays I'm going to be putting on my channel. But I guess I'll talk about, is Titanfall a system seller from what I played at the beta? And the answer to this is, I think the best way, look at this grenade fail right here real quick that messed up on both of them. Anyway, I think that the answer to this question is best answered by yourself. How much do you like FPSs? Are you a person who loves FPSs? Then it's probably worth you buying an Xbox One or building a PC rig that can handle the game at a fairly decent level, for the game. I guess it would be worth it to you. But if you're a person who just likes FPSs, I don't know, it depends on what type of FPS you like. If you like quick, action-packed, constantly, don't want to use the word, but fun FPSs, then it's probably the game for you. It's very fast, it's very action-packed all the time. It's just a lot of fun, really. This game is meant for you to be aggressively playing. Like, if you're sitting around in this game, you're probably doing it wrong. Not saying that it's not a viable option for how you can play, but you're probably going to end up finding yourself having a better time, probably doing better if you're constantly moving in this game. And if that's the type of FPS you want to play, this might be the game for you. Now, the reason I didn't suggest getting the 360 version is because that is being developed by Bluepoint Games. And the thing about them is that they've never developed an FPS before. They've developed a bunch of HD collections. They developed the God of War HD collection, the Ico and the Shadow of Colossus HD collection, the Metal Gear Solid collection. I think they did PlayStation All-Stars for the Vita, and I think they did Flower for the PlayStation 4. But they've never developed an FPS. As far as I know, they might have. I don't think they have. So, how are they going to do when developing an FPS? And at the same time, they might have been the ones who developed the Metal Gear Solid HD collection for the 360. But other than that, that's the only game they've ever developed for the 360. And if that's the case, how can we know they're familiar with the technology enough to really get a good use out of it? It's not that I don't have faith. They've made some good games. It's just that, well, they've HD'd some good games. But how can we be sure that they can really make a solid game? Or are they just porting the Xbox One version over to 360? Is that the case? Or are they kind of building it from scratch? I don't know. I'm not the correct person to answer that. But I would suggest waiting, especially if you're thinking about, look at this nade. Look. Look at this. Random nades all day. Best way to play the game. Anyway, how can we trust Bluepoint Games to come out with a solid FPS? I know that they're being watched, kind of like supervised by Respawn, but are they good enough for us to have enough faith in them to put out a good 360 version? I don't know. I really don't. So I would suggest you wait and see how the game comes out, because I know the Xbox One version has been having frame rate issues. And if the Xbox One version's having frame rate issues, how is the 360 version going to do? I don't know. I don't know. So that's really all I have to talk about in this video. Gameplay's coming. Changed my opinion on attrition and bots. And this game might be worth for you to buy, except maybe not on the 360. So, if you enjoyed the gameplay, enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe for more. Well, at the very least, check out the rest of my channel, and if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe for more. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and I will see y'all later.